Okay, so we're back on this bike, and now I got the bearings already shipped. So now we're gonna try to take the stem off. The first thing we're gonna try to do is remove this, and then we're gonna have to remove this part right here. So let's get to it. Okay, so after taking the bolt out, I thought it was gonna be way longer. This thing just came out loose, but look how corroded it looks already. And so I'm gonna try to remove this right now. I'm probably just gonna use a hammer and a flathead to see if it comes out. Okay, so unfortunately I forgot my hammer at work, and I was trying to hammer it with this flathead, but tiny pipe wrench work as well, so I was able to loosen it. So I'm gonna take this thing out and see what it's showing. Okay, so I took the bolt out and this thing just came out. You can see it already looks pretty bad. Look at that. So I'm gonna see if I could take these bearings out. Let's give it a try. But I'm gonna set this, I guess, somewhere where it doesn't really get dirty. I mean, I'm gonna clean it, and I'm assuming this just comes out. So it was looking down. I pop it out, put it right here, and now this is what we're gonna have to take out. This metal ring. Let's see if I could do that with the flathead. Alright, just hammer this out. So it goes like this. So I got this part out, which is part of this bearing. Well, the bearing goes inside of it. So now I gotta find out if there's one in the bottom there now. Okay, so I had to use one of these things that you have for the car jacks, and I bended it because it's very soft metal, as you can see. I bended it with my tiny pipe wrench, and then it's bent enough where I could sit on top of this. I don't know if you can see that, but it could sit right on top of that brim. And I was able to hit it all around till it comes out. So something let's hit, take it out, and we'll clean the area very good. Okay, so as you can see, I was not successful at taking this part off for the bearing, and instead it started breaking the edge, because that's what I saw online people were doing, and I was able to only get it apart only a little bit. But as you can see, it has like a little lump that I don't think it's gonna go over it. So I'm gonna use a Dremel and see if I could cut it in half without damaging it. So let's give it a try. Okay, so what I did, as you can see here, I managed to get it separated with a Dremel. I did a line here, as you can see, and then I was trying to hit it with the pick, but it wasn't working. The pick were rounding out. So what I started doing is I put it in a nice setup, as you can see there, just because I don't have a vise. And I was hitting it sideways right here until I guess it started moving. As you can see, it moved a little bit. And once it moved, it like opened more. So I got the chisel, and I just, the little gap that it had, I used the skinniest one I had, and I hit it with a hammer and immediately separated. So now I'm just gonna hit it all the way around until it comes out completely. I hit it all the way, but it's a little damaged. I'll see if I can sand it down just a tiny bit and see if the new one will sit there pretty good. Okay, so I accidentally put this back, so I'm gonna try to get it off with the hammer, but as you can see, it's a little damaged. So what I'm gonna try to do is use my Dremel, because it has a little metal brush, and I'm gonna try to clean this and make it smooth, and hopefully that will fix the problem. Okay, so I got the bearing in. It's not pretty, as you can see, this is damaged, but what I did was I used this old thing that was in there that I took off, and I put it in backwards here, and then I got a big wrench that fit here, and I start hitting the wrench on top of it all the way around, and then it gets to a point where it doesn't want to go anymore. So I started hitting it hard, and it started going in. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grease all this in here pretty good, and I'm gonna see if I can put this back in there. Okay, so now as you can see, I have it. It doesn't move like it used to. Now it's pretty nice and hard. So I didn't tie everything all the way. Next, I'm gonna tell you guys something. You know, when you get the bearings, you're gonna have this little thing that goes around it. This one, I think, is from the bottom or top. So you can see, after the bearing's already sitting there, that metal piece goes on top, like that. So when you push this up, if you try to put it first in the bearing and then push this up, you have to force that metal thing in. So I got like a piece of wood and a hammer, and I try to put it in there as straight as possible. So I kept hitting it with the hammer and that piece of wood like this, so I could get that metal piece in there good enough. And you could leave like the tiniest bit of metal out, and then what happens is, so under here, so when you put this metal ring around, see if you can see it, this one, once you could grab it, the screw, then you could screw it in, and it'll tighten the rest of this end of that metal piece that I'm talking about. So just kind of like the same I did for the top. When I put the bearing in, that metal casing, I had one, I put it on top. It has to go inside here, whatever that casing round thing is going to be the size of this metal. And then it has to, the top one, which is the smaller one, it has to go in there tight, and make sure that the skinnier part, because it's almost like a funnel, so the skinnier part goes down, and then down here the skinnier part goes up. As you can see, just follow the way it goes. And then get a piece of plywood. Well, I got this and a hammer, and like I said, I hammered the one in through the top and then through the bottom, and then I was able to grab that with this nut. I was able to grab it and I tightened it all the way, and then I just put this metal piece in there. It's not tight all the way because I still have to, when I put the forks in, the forks is gonna help me have this in a straight line with this one. So I can't really tighten this one all the way until I have the forks in, so I know that this top part and this bottom part, it's matching. As you can see, it's probably not matched. Well, it looks like it is, but it's not. As you can see, it's not super straight. So just that details there. So I'm gonna put thread lock on this still, so as I go, I'll keep recording, but for now, this is what I have.